Imagine waking up one morning in 2025. You grab your iPhone from the nightstand, just like you've done for years. Notifications pop up, your meetings, your calendar, the weather. But there's something new. A gentle alert that says, your Apple Car is ready. Departure scheduled in 15 minutes. You slip on your Apple Watch, sip your morning coffee, and step outside. Parked in your driveway is not just another electric car. It's something that feels like it was pulled straight out of the future. Smooth lines, minimalist design. A car that doesn't just move you from place to place, but connects seamlessly to your digital life. Welcome to the world of the Apple Car. For over a decade, rumors have swirled about Apple's secret car project, codenamed Project Titan. Back in 2014, Apple quietly began working on what many thought was impossible. A car that could merge cutting-edge technology with Apple's signature design and ecosystem. The company known for making iPhones, MacBooks, and AirPods wanted to reinvent something much bigger, transportation itself. In Silicon Valley, whispers began to spread. Tesla engineers leaving suddenly. Automotive experts being hired by Apple. Even some former NASA employees joining the project. Everyone knew Apple was up to something. But true to Apple's nature, everything was locked behind layers of secrecy. Even within Apple's campus in Cupertino, many employees had no idea what Project Titan really was. Why would Apple make a car? The answer is simple. Apple has always been about creating experiences. They don't just build products, they build ecosystems. The iPhone isn't just a phone. It's your camera, your wallet, your navigation, your entertainment hub. Now imagine taking that same philosophy and applying it to a car. The Apple Car wouldn't just be transportation. It would be a living, moving part of your digital world. Picture this. You tell Siri on your iPhone, I need to be at work by 8:30. Your Apple Car receives the command. It warms up the cabin, syncs your route to avoid traffic, and even adjusts the seat temperature based on your Apple Watch's health data. You step inside, and instead of fumbling with keys, the car recognizes you instantly. The doors unlock as you approach. The dashboard greets you with your calendar and the perfect playlist to start your morning. This is Apple's vision. Not just a car, but an intelligent companion that blends into your life. Now let's talk about design. Apple is known for one thing above all, minimalism. Clean lines. No unnecessary buttons. Just elegance. Rumors suggest the Apple Car could feature a full glass roof, giving passengers a panoramic view of the world outside. Inside, there might not even be a steering wheel in certain models. Imagine a cabin where the seats can swivel, allowing you to face each other as the car drives itself. Instead of cluttered dashboards, you'd see a giant, seamless display that looks and feels like an oversized iPad Pro. Everything would be controlled by touch, gesture, or voice. And of course, Siri would be your co-pilot. On the outside, expect the classic Apple finishes, silver, white, maybe even space gray. A car that looks futuristic but unmistakably Apple. Walking past one on the street, you'd know immediately what it is, just like when you spot someone holding an iPhone. But design is only half the story. The technology inside the Apple Car could change everything we know about driving. Let's start with the battery. Apple is rumored to be working on solid-state batteries, a game-changer for electric vehicles. These batteries could deliver ranges of 500 to even 1,000 miles on a single charge. Not only that, but charging times could shrink from hours to minutes. Imagine plugging in your Apple Car while grabbing a coffee, and by the time you've finished your drink, you're ready for another 300 miles of travel. And then there's self-driving technology. Apple has reportedly been testing autonomous systems for years on modified Lexus SUVs in California. The Apple Car is expected to feature advanced LiDAR sensors, multiple cameras, and artificial intelligence that can navigate safely without human input. Tesla has dominated the self-driving conversation so far, but Apple's entry could shake things up. One key difference? Privacy. Tesla collects vast amounts of data from its drivers. Apple, on the other hand, has always positioned itself as the protector of user privacy. Imagine a car where your routes, habits, and personal data are encrypted and stored only for you. No selling data to advertisers. No tracking your every move. That's the Apple difference. Entertainment inside the Apple car will also be next level. Passengers could FaceTime on a giant screen while the car drives itself. Kids could play Apple Arcade games on built-in displays. You could watch movies from Apple TV Plus while on a long road trip. The Apple ecosystem will follow you everywhere, from your living room to your car. But how does the Apple car stack up against the competition in the USA? Tesla is the obvious rival. Elon Musk's company has become synonymous with electric cars. Then there's Rivian, Lucid, Ford, and GM, all pushing hard into EV territory. But here's Apple's advantage: brand loyalty. Over 100 million people in the USA already own an iPhone. Millions more use Apple Watches, AirPods, and Macs. If you're already in the Apple ecosystem, why wouldn't your next car be an Apple car? Let's talk price. Analysts expect the Apple car to land in the $80,000 to $120,000 range. Definitely a luxury product at first. But remember, so was the iPhone when it launched. Over time, Apple could expand and introduce more affordable models, just like they did with the iPhone SE or the MacBook Air. At launch, though, the Apple car will target premium buyers, people who want to be the first to experience the future. So when can we expect it? Rumors suggest 2025 or 2026. Apple has reportedly held talks with companies like Kia, Hyundai, and Foxconn for manufacturing. But don't expect mass production right away. Apple is likely to roll out slowly, focusing on the US market first before expanding globally. The impact of an Apple car on the United States could be massive. Think about it. Apple entering the auto industry could push EV adoption even faster. It could create thousands of jobs across manufacturing, tech, and services. It could redefine what Americans expect from a car. Just like the iPhone changed how we communicate, the Apple car could change how we move. And environmentally, it could be a huge step forward. More electric cars mean fewer emissions, cleaner air, and a stronger push towards sustainability. Apple has already pledged to go carbon neutral by 2030. The Apple car will likely be part of that mission, using recycled materials and clean energy wherever possible. As we come to the end of this deep dive, let's step back for a moment. Apple has always been more than a company. It's a cultural force. When they enter a market, they don't just participate. They redefine it. They make people rethink what's possible. So here's the big question. Will Apple really launch a car in 2025? And if they do, will it live up to the hype? Imagine driving down the highways of California or through the busy streets of New York City in a car designed by Apple. A car that feels like the perfect blend of technology, luxury, and sustainability. Some people say it will never happen, that the challenges of building cars are too great, even for Apple. But others believe the opposite, that Apple has the resources, the talent, and the vision to pull it off. And if history is any guide, we know this. When Apple sets its sights on something, the world changes. So what do you think? Will you trade in your Tesla, Ford, or Chevy for an Apple car? Do you believe Apple can really deliver a car that changes everything? Let us know in the comments. This is Tech Unfolded, and you've just taken a ride into the future. Make sure to subscribe, because the Apple car story is just beginning.